Hello everyone, this is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In today's video, I thought I would discuss the state of Florida and the bankruptcy courts, the Northern District and the Middle District. If you're interested in working in those areas, please continue to listen. Let me preface the video again with I am not an attorney. This is not indicated as legal advice. This is just basic information on where to go to find unclaimed funds in the state of Florida. As I've mentioned in previous videos, this unclaimed funds locator is limited. Some states may be listed here, but not all. So if I look for the state of Florida, there's only the Southern District that's listed. So for the Northern and Middle Districts, you're going to have to go to their individual sites. So I just thought I'd pull this up and show you because they're really different than the other states that I've looked at. So if you're wanting to search for unclaimed funds in the state of Florida in the Northern District, you're going to have to type in flnb.uscourts.gov. That brings you to this website here. And then you want to search for court resources, and unclaimed funds is here, the bottom. And it brings you to this screen. And on here, it tells you the procedures for filing a claim, which we're not going to do because we're not a creditor here. But we're looking for applications for unclaimed funds, and this will tell you what you need to do. So this is their form that they use. And just by glancing at it, it looks like they do recognize funds locators here. And they have, just their process. This is their information that they have. And then they also have affidavit of claimant is listed underneath that. So this is here. And here they have two options. You can search for creditors with unclaimed funds. If you knew a name, you could put that in here. They don't have search by case number, but you could just leave it blank and just do a blanket search. And if you do that, it'll pull up all of the claims here, and it brings you to this chart. And you can't really tailor this chart to your liking. You can't change it, for case numbers, and you can't tailor it for the amounts. So it just seems to be alphabetical order only. And it looks like it's a lot of pages. It scrolls all the way down. So if I wanted, there are different amounts, varying amounts, usually. I see some that are just like 25 to a few hundred, and then I saw one down here that was pretty large amount. So, they're all over the board. There's one here for 19,000 with capital 1 being the creditor. So yeah, this chart, it reads different. If you were just to look at it, the creditor's name is listed on the left-hand side, and then the case number is right in the middle, and then the debtor's name, whoever filed bankruptcy, is listed on the right, and then they have the amount in the last column. And if I were to just click into, let's say I wanted to do this claim right here. So if you want to work on a claim, you click the actual case number, and it brings you up to this screen. Now, although this amount is $2,300, it is broken down per claimant what that amount actually is. So we have Carrie Rootland, that's $400. C.L. Hunley, it gets $400. Guy Adams gets $400. Whoops, I clicked out of that. Let's go back. Guy Adams is $792, and then Charles Willis is $575, and then there's the New Mexico Department of Revenue filed a claim, and they only get $195. So if you're working these files, make sure you click into it first, and then you need to determine, is it just one creditor that gets the amount, or is it broken down per creditor, per claim, as it is here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 creditors that have filed a claim, and it totals up to this amount. So just be mindful when you're looking on this list to determine, if it's a single creditor that is getting this amount, or if it's just, all lumped together per case. So let's look at this one. This one's an $8,000 claim. Vernon Allen Jones filed bankruptcy, and this Allied International Credit Corp filed a claim. So if I click into this case number, Yeah, here it's only just this particular creditor gets this amount. So it's helpful to get this information first. Then you would have to verify it on either courtlistener.com, which is a free site. I have a video on how to do that. Maybe I'll post the link in the description box so that you can see how to use that site. It's a free site. It does have limitations, so just review the video for further information. And then also, you could take this case number and just plug it into Pacer, and then that will tell you all the details you need to know about this particular claim. All right, so this is the Northern District of Florida. There appears to be a lot of cases here with unclaimed funds. Some go back 97, 08. I saw one that had 99, 90. I mean, it just varies, and you can't tailor this list, as I mentioned earlier. So you're going to have to kind of go through and see what you think is a good claim. All right, so these are creditors. And then if I want to go back one more, I'll just show you this box is to search for case with unclaimed funds. I guess they lump them all together. So you can click search if you didn't have a case number. And then these are the debtors' names here. And these appear just to be debtors and not the creditors. Maybe they have it broken down. Nope, I lied. That's a company name, and this is a company name. So they give you two search options really. And again, this is also limited. It doesn't appear that you can tailor this list. It doesn't give you the amount here either. I'm noticing that it only gives you the case number. All right, so you could search this list if you're interested in bankruptcy court unclaimed funds for the Northern District of Florida. All right, so Florida again has 3 districts. Again, the Southern District is here. This is the Northern District, which I just showed you. And so the Middle District court website looks like this. It's flmb.uscourts.gov. That is the website. And so you're going to look for court resources at the top and click unclaimed funds. And then this is the directory up here, and this is the procedure. So let's click on the procedures too. It tells you what you need to fill in. And it looks like this particular district in Florida needs a motion. And you see it's the same state, but you know, the Northern District, they just had those 2 little sheets that you filled out. This one, they need a full-on motion. So again, every district is different in every state. Some are the same, some are not. So you would have to read through here to figure out what you needed to do. What other documents do you need in addition to, you know, the motion? All right, so, and it tells you what you need here, what needs to be included in it, right? The case number, so on and so forth. So you would read through here to figure out what their motion entails. So if I go back, I can check the court directory. Whoops, here it is. The court directory. All right, so this court directory looks like this. We don't have a case number. We don't have any information. You just want to do a general query and search. And when I did that, it pulled up this particular list. This is how they have it. The case numbers on the left, the debtors in the middle, the creditor they actually have right here on the right with the last known address, which is nice. And then they have the amount. And again, you can't tailor this list at all. You're just going to have to kind of look and see what you think is a good claim to start with. Maybe if you want to go by amounts, or if you recognize a creditor that maybe you work with in the past that you have built a relationship with, maybe start there. These look kind of low. This one is 1700. Enrique Castillo is the creditor in this particular case. This name appears more than once. When I see that, it lets me know that it's a big case. So this Nirbon N.V. appears to be a big corporation that I guess filed bankruptcy. There are more. If you click more here, let's just see what is available. This one's 1500. I guess I'll click on here so you can just see what it looks like. If I click on this case number, oh, it just brings you straight to Pacer. Yeah, there's no other links or anything. So if I wanted to work on this, I would need to take this case number and just log into Pacer and review the court documents to find out what I need and to see if anybody else has claimed it, to see if the funds are still there, so on and so forth, to see if there's an attorney. Go through your steps that you usually do. These appear to be pretty low, but again, I don't know how many pages it is because it doesn't tell me. And I'm sorry to keep scrolling down here, but it doesn't tell me how many pages. So that is their site, which is very different. Again, they're all so different. Some you can get a PDF file, some it's just generated from here. And this tells me that it was, it was updated March the 11th. So maybe they do it monthly. I don't know if they do it quarterly or what, but you would have to call the clerk's office to really find out, how often they update their lists. All right, so those are those two districts that I kind of ran across. I have, I did a previous video on unclaimed funds for the U.S. territories, and then here I am doing Florida. So there are a lot that I'm probably missing from here. But again, you just do your regular general search and you can find their information on the court websites. So I hope this was a little bit helpful for people that are wanting to know where the information is in the state of Florida, because it's not listed right here on the general block. You kind of have to do a little bit of digging to find it, and I was able to find it through the court resources site or tab and right here in unclaimed funds. And the same with the middle district. You go to court resources, unclaimed funds, and the tab is here. So this is where you go to find the lists for these districts in Florida. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.